15 missed calls, she did not pick. And I went back home. Only my wife to tell me, sir, why am I calling her? Why am I calling her? Is that not enough to beat? 15 missed call, you did not pick call, phone is with you, it was ringing, and you are the one who called me to go and buy paracetamol. 6 a.m. Where pharmacy they open 6 a.m.
Hello Abuja, welcome to another exciting episode of Every Woman, where we talk about issues affecting our homes and marriages. And today we have to take it out to the streets of Abuja to find out how people are feeling about these particular issues that is ravaging homes right now, domestic violence. And we are in the streets of Abuja trying to talk to people to get their ideas and their opinion, and also find out how solutions can come in to avert such situations in our home and in our marriages. We want to find out from you what's been happening in so many homes. We've been having issues of domestic violence. How do you see it? Is it right for you to continue in marriages and relationships? And then what should be the solution to avoid such situations in our homes?
Yes, when we talk about domestic violence, there are a series of factors that causes it. Number one thing, as understandable couples, if you experience an increase in domestic violence, you will have to sit down and discuss the issue. What is the cause of this domestic violence? You understand? Then after you are able to pinpoint the cause of the domestic violence, you treat it. But in case of it escalated to the issue of exchanging blows and all that, we suggest that there should be a separation for a while. Then after the separation, then the two party and the relatives and all that should be able to come together and see if they can trash the issues that cause the violence. Then if possible, they can sort it out and they come together. So, and another thing again, because the domestic violence is increasing in our society as Africa, Nigeria specifically. So I suggest that the government should implement a policy to at least reduce the domestic violence. Yes, in the homes. If you look at the presidential pardon recently, there was a lady that killed the husband, I think some years back. But today, the presidential pardon has pardoned her, which means, in my own little understanding, as a layman understanding, that same lady who was a murderer yesterday can contest for presidential this thing and become a president. I think the laws allow that. Now, what should we do? What should the government do to at least minimize it? Because I know that it cannot completely eradicate in the system because of two different people coming together to stay. So the government should, in my own understanding, or should I say layman perspective, the government should be able to introduce policies that you will have your right, I will have my right. By the time these two rights have been, abused, we can work to the government and find solution to it.
What do you think about this domestic violence, and then what should be done to provide a solution to this domestic violence?
Most of the time, I handle such case in the area of counseling. Okay. And what I understand that is lack of understanding. Okay. From the beginning of the marriage, both of them hide themselves. They don't know each other, who they are. You hide yourself, your character. I had my character. That is why later they now begin to come together. When they come together, they now begin show out in such wicked acts. And what I understand, if there is forgiveness, but I'm always advanced that the love that put you together from the beginning, I like to renew. I like that love to always put together. When the love is always strong, there will be forgiveness. And when there is forgiveness, there will be no any area that fighting and beating each other will not take place. So what I understand that the couples should always look the area of the beginning of your put together as a relationship. Always revise back. When you revise back, how you get the man, how you get the woman from the beginning. Think back. It will make you to reduce. If you cannot reduce, then the marriage will not be together. I'm always advise them to always think back. Okay. That is why the day of marriage, you see where there is video There is a lot of cameras to take so that whenever things are going wrong, go back, research back, watch the video, make you to come back together and say, I'm sorry. Where there is no sorry, things always done wrong.
Domestic violence is on the rising note these days. And to me, most of the problem that is causing domestic problem in Nigeria is as a result of rubbers or friction between the man and a woman, superiority. When one tries to, like the man is always the head of the family. The woman is a supporter to the family. Whereby a woman is the breadwinner of the family, you will find out that cooperation will be very difficult in that particular union. The woman will always feel she is the one that is heading everything about the family. The man is redundant, and why will he be the one to give orders or do this? So he is supposed to sit behind the seat. Why she, who is preferring solution to the family, as the woman, will want now to a kind of have the say of the family. And some men will allow that to go, while some men will not allow that, no matter what. Even though if you are the one taking care of him, he will still look at himself as the head of the family.
What I think about domestic violence is not an act I would encourage anyone to be into. And if you're one or someone that have encountered such in a relationship or in our society at large, I just feel you should take away from toxic relationship. When you see a little slight of toxicity in anything, I think you should just exempt yourself, even though it can be that hard, but I think that's the starting point to end such.
If you are talking about domestic violence, there's no way it will not happen. We cannot erase it that it will not happen, but it's to avoid it becoming a violence reaction. Because when husband and wife, or brothers and sisters, or anybody, exactly opposite sex, I think that's where you are referring to domestic violence. Now, between husband and wife, that should be expected. But it should not degenerate into, there will be disagreement. There will be somebody, even your wife can make you annoyed. Husband can make you annoyed. But one thing you should always remember is you must have and try to endure and have patience. It will always happen. But inside you, believe that if it is your own sister or your own brother, a woman slap or a man slap, domestic is both sides.
Yeah.
So, from man and woman. So you must also remember that if it's your own person, who will allow it to happen. Can you be in your sister's home, in your husband's home? Maybe you visit them and you see the husband of your sister slapping your sister. You won't like it. The same way to a man as well. So it should be avoided, and people should learn to control their temper and have patience. Without patience, you cannot marry. That's the basic fact.
The way our husband they do us, we no like am, because the reason why me I'm seeing is sometimes making husband beating wife or slapping or whatever. If your home is good, if your husband is doing you well, if your husband have capacity to feed you, I don't think nothing will come like fighting, for my own opinion. The way our husband is beating us, there are children there watching us. So what do you expect them to learn? They won't learn good thing from husband and wife, because children learn the way father and mother treat them. So for me, we want it to stop. We don't like it, and we want it to stop. So government should come to our aid so that everything will be okay for us.
Any man that can touch his wife in the house, that man is beating his blessing. Are you hearing me? That is my own knowledge.
What of the women that beat their husband?
Women that beat their husband, they are beating their own blessing also. That is it.
Okay.
I'm okay.
So what's your solution? What do you think can be done to reduce this domestic violence in the home?
Is to put something like other law that can stop it.
Okay.
That is my own suggestion. I don't know any other person.
All right, finally, we have come to the end of these interviews outside the studio. Right here, we have spoken to men, we have spoken to women. Everyone has told us what they think and what should be done to provide solution to domestic violence. And we know domestic violence is really ravaging our homes. Domestic violence is really turning people upside down. Domestic violence is tearing relationships apart, and we think it's not doing well for the nation. And we think that the government should put in place measures, policies to avert such situations in our home anymore. And at the same time, we try as much as possible to avoid anything that will lead us into destroying each other, because we once started as couples, we once started as loved ones, we once started as friends, we once started as family. So why should we allow domestic violence to tear us apart and put asunder in what used to be beautiful? And at this point, I think I'll be calling it a day on Every Woman. I still remain Blessing Omoa Imuze. Until I come your way, please stay boss.